what's up? It's me, Gazbot. Here is an anxiety-ridden, stress-filled video about my day -1 going to Kaiju Brooklyn, meaning the day before my travel day? Yeah, so Thursday, basically. Here you go. Hello, it's day -1 of Kaiju Brooklyn. It's me, Gazbot. I'm not ready. I leave tomorrow afternoon. I drop the kid off at school, and then I go straight to the airport. I'm not packed my clothes. I'm not packed my art. I'm not packed anything. I need a lot to do. But being where I am in life now, anytime I'm going away, it's sort of like battening down the hatches and securing the fort, because I had to go out and get a shopping order. I had to make sure I'm caught up on laundry. I had to, get the cats all settled. And then I'm going to have to get like feeding instructions for the cats and their various medicines and what the kid gets and all that, because my mom and my wife will be covering for the few days while I'm gone, but they're gonna need specific instructions, and I gotta send something out in the mail, and I just there's a lot of stuff I have to do just to get ready to be gone for a few days. And instead of doing that, I was doing social media posts about the show I'm gonna be doing, which is also important. And I have several commissions, work that needs to be done now-ish that I'm working on, and some of it I can do on the plane, but some of it I need to get done right away. Anyway, today is just a wacky day, and that's what I'm working on. Okay, I just took a 20-minute nap because I only got about 3.5 hours sleep last night. I put away the groceries and things I brought in. I talked to a client about doing a commission on the plane, and now I'm checking into my flight and just confirmed with my friend in Brooklyn who's picking me up with those times. And I'm bringing 2 checked bags, which both ways is going to cost me an extra $160. That's assuming I can keep them both under 50 pounds, which hopefully I can, because I sent some prints directly to my friend's house. But yeah, the costs are getting crazy. I used to be able to fly Southwest and get free check bags, and now I'm paying for each bag both ways. And I'm getting a discount because I'm getting it ahead of time online. Otherwise, it would be another $20 or $40. So woohoo! So I'm driving in because to take a Lyft is over $100 each way, not including tip, and I have to worry about coordinating with the driver. And so I generally drive myself and park. Usually I could book the parking ahead of time to make sure there's a spot and save money. I'm going into John Wayne International, also called Orange County, SNA, whatever. But the point is, I can't book ahead of time on site. I could book like at a hotel, but then I've got like these huge heavy bags, and I either have to walk or wait 30 minutes for a shuttle, and timing is going to be kind of tricky. So I guess I'm going to go to the airport and hope they have parking, and if not, then I'm going to have to pay valet. So if it works out the way I want it to, it's going to be about $120 to be there for 4 days. If it works out not the way I want it to, it's going to be $200 plus a tip once or twice. So hopefully not that. But even if I have to pay $200, which I don't want to, it will still end up being a little bit cheaper and a lot more convenient than taking a Lyft or a taxi or whatever. So I guess that's what I'm doing. All right, this is my new Comic Rants rack stand thing that I'm hoping I can count that as my one carry-on. And these are racks which are not super heavy but take up a lot of space. I'll maybe take one, I'm not sure. That's for weighing my suitcases. All right, here are the 2 carry-ons or checked suitcases. It has a limit of 64 inches, which is like the 3 dimensions added together, I believe. This one definitely falls within it. This one is questionable, depending on how you measure it. Did I say 62 inches? It's 62 inches. It's, it could be 60, 61, 64, like if you kind of squish it a little bit. I think I've gotten away with bringing this on before, not being charged with oversize. But I also don't think I used to have another one this size, which I no longer have. Anyway, I'm bringing this and hoping I don't get dinged for oversized. All of this is such a pain in the butt. The measurements, the weight, all of it. It's just so, it used to be free, and I wish it was just flat, but it's very frustrating. In the past, I had an issue where I had enough weight that it would be distributed, but on the way back, I was running late and I packed it like not great. And so one of them was overweight, even though the other was underweight. And theoretically, I could redistribute it, but what was I going to do it in the middle of the line in the airport? And I did have a scan. It just, yeah, it's all to make money, but they also make it frustrating and difficult. Okay, now this is a huge mess, and that's my fault. It actually is better than it was. It's hard to believe. I was digging through, I needed to find some comics, made a mess, blah, 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 blah. But the point is, I need to get prints, comics, pins, display pieces, everything else I might need for the show, other than what I already got mailed to myself. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to get what I think I need and then see what will fit with weight and space. Okay. I'm going through my 9x6 prints. The kid's done with swim class, had dinner. She's got to take a shower over there. And while she's doing that, she's semi-independent now where I kind of got to keep an eye on, but I don't have to help her wash. So I'm going to be sorting these. I'm not bringing any Transformers. I'm not going to bring any Super Sentai, I don't think. And I want to bring just one bucket of 9x6. Last time I brought two. I'm going to see if I could just do one. Okay, so I have Godzilla and Ultraman, which are the two main things. A little bit of Kamen Rider, a little bit of Mech and Metal Heroes, and then some Horror A4 prints up in the front. And it's not even one full bucket. I'm probably going to grab a few Power Rangers / Super Sentai, probably mostly Mighty Morphin because that's what sells, and not use this bucket and just bring the one bucket. So that'll be a good reduction in weight in my bags and footprint on my table. In this time when I'm trying to get ready to go today, this week, this month, whatever. I've also been putting in a lot of extra time with the kid and doing house stuff and trying to get things ready again because I'm leaving. Right now, I'm watching the kid. She's on her tablet and I was getting my clothes packed. And yeah, I'm dragging. I had a bunch of caffeine earlier and I don't want to have any more because I don't want to be up all night, but it's not even 7 and I have a bunch more packing to do and I feel like I could go to sleep right now. And I got to get up at, 7 o'clock tomorrow, get her to school before I get and drive to the airport. So I'm going to have some caffeine is my point. And then I'm going to work on getting my comic section together for where I'm traveling. And I realized that my Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar is not in the fridge. Ice? Okay, that is bad. My comics sorted to one comic box. It's mostly the Horror A4 issues 1 through 3 and some variant covers for issue 3, as well as a bunch of sketch covers and bags and boards. There's a few copies of the Hundreds Anthology, a few copies of Mighty Mascots that I did variant cover for. I left Kid Switch out because I'm not promoting myself as a comic person, like at a Comic-Con. I'm promoting myself as a Horror A4 person, a monster person. So I don't know, I'm trying to figure out ways to do that. I might have to thin that out more because I fit it in one comic box, but can I fit one comic box in the suitcase? I don't know. I want to bring a lot. Last time I didn't sell that many. I only had the first 2 issues. I didn't have the 3rd issue. Less than 10, I think. I'm bringing more like 20, like 18, 19, 20, but I really want to push it. And I also want to push like, hey, buy all 3 and you get a free print. Hey, buy all 3, you get a sticker. Kind of like buy them, check it out. Maybe, hey, do you want a sketch? Buy this sketch, and I'll do it on my sketch cover, even if it's Ultraman, Godzilla, whatever. I'll do it on a Horror A4 sketch cover, get people to look at it that way. Just really want to push it with the idea that, I have 3 out now, and 4 is on the way by the end of the year, And I'm spinning around a lot. Sorry, I'm wound up. I had a little caffeine. Actually, it's funny because it hasn't hit me yet. I mean, you can see it right there. I barely took a sip, but I guess the idea of the caffeine's hit me. So, yeah, I just put together the snack lunch for the kid for tomorrow because when I get her out of the house, there's like a window of how soon I could drop her off at school. Usually we're towards the end of that window, almost late. But tomorrow I got to get her there as soon as I can so that I can immediately go get gas in the car, buy a coffee, and get on the highway to get to the airport, to get to hopefully parking, to blah, 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 blah. So this pile of bars I just got done unscrewing. Those clamp onto the sides of the table and make a backdrop without dropping it on the floor, which means I don't have to bring heavy weights and things like that. I have a bunch of clips that I used to use, shower curtains and clips that I used to use that are heavy that I'm not bringing. That's heavy too. It's all a trade-off. And I previously had this like Velcro system that was sort of recommended when I started doing this, and it always fails me and I end up taping it. So I'm just leaving all that and I'm just gonna tape it. And maybe the top prints over time get destroyed and so be it. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. Well, Star Commander is quite confident in the fact that we bought this expensive beanbag just for her cat bed life, and she's not wrong. Uzi, what are you yelling about? You want dinner? It's early. Okay, so far this is 30 pounds. That's with the whole backdrop and the rack on the table and all my clothes. I took the 9x6 box, put it in my backpack. I think I'm also gonna put my pin box in here. It's supposed to be carry-on, that'll go in my backpack. And then the question is, can I put all of this into the other suitcase and have it weigh less than 50? I'm starting to, well, I'm not gonna change course now, but I'm like, could I have fit everything in here and just let it be 100 pounds and pay, like, would it be cheaper to have one super heavy one? But I don't think so. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not at the end, but the end is in sight. As usual, using bubble wrap to fill the gaps here, as well as, well, I didn't put it in yet, but the gaps here. Sometimes I use clothes, sometimes I use bubble wrap, but something light that'll just keep things from rattling around. And then I tape things down, which, if they open it up, that might get messed up, but what are you gonna do? Right, so I got crazy and I thought I could put the comic box and that in here. It did fit, but it was like 60 something pounds. I took that out, and now this little guy is fluctuating between 48 and 51, and I think it's like 50.5, which should be fine. And hopefully they'll just let me slide if it comes up a little over because of the way it happens to get weighed. And if not, hopefully I have enough time to pull out like one board or something to make it fit. So now I'm gonna put that in here, and if that weight works, that measurement should be good. Throw those in the backpack, and then other than grabbing, I don't know, like some cords and stuff, I think I'm done. I just measured this one, and kind of the same thing where it's like some percentages over 50, so we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Monsters are in. Cha, and it fits. The clock. All the stuff is in the car with the exception of my backpack, which I'll have to put things in the morning. I'm doing the garbage and the recycling, the normal stuff, and then some extra piles. I'm gonna do the compost, gonna do the cat litter, then I'm gonna take a shower and shave. I think I'm ready. It's midnight. I got everything all packed by 10, took a shower, but I had too much caffeine. Good luck. It's Friday morning, 7:30. I did get about 7 hours sleep, so not bad. Cats are being fed. Kids getting ready. Gonna head over to school. Doing last minute packing up, putting wire chargers in for my phones and things. I got a tattoo not too long ago, and I need to put Hustle Butter, which is like this moisturizer on it. But that was too much to bring on a plane, so I got to put it in a Ziploc to bring that. Also, one of my fellow Kaiju comic creators has a book called Draco Azul, I believe it's how it's pronounced. I got these last year at Kaiju Brooklyn. This is embarrassing. I've never read them. I got them, packed them away, brought them home, and I was thinking like, oh, so I dug them out and found them, so I'm gonna try to, I wanna pack them and read them on the flight, but I don't know if I can fit them, but I want to do a sketch of their character, but it's like a year later, looking at it, I'm a bad friend fan art man. This bag that I have some art supplies so that I can maybe do some commissions and sketch covers and things. Could not fit it in my backpack. Didn't dare put it into my suitcases, but I have this carry-on, which is basically just a stand, and I could just squeeze it in here. And this is the life we're at here, squeezing it in. I'm in the closet. I have a little Allen wrench for building my rack, and one time I lost it and it was a big problem. I was gonna bring this set because that would be prudent, but I'm not gonna bring the set because I dare not put it in my carry-on. I dare not put it in my check bags for weight, and I don't think I can put it in my carry-on because weapons, so good luck that I just don't need it. All right, the kids at school. I've switched cars. I'm about to leave. It's 8:40. I wanted to be on the road probably 20 minutes ago. I feel bad because I get stressed out, and that stresses the kid out, but I'm like, let's go, and then she's sitting on the floor of the bathroom, and this keeps cutting off. Anyway, the kid's in the bathroom, on the floor, in the dark, changing the wallpaper on her phone when she's supposed to be brushing her teeth. She doesn't have a phone. It's not connected. It's just for music and timers for brushing her teeth, but she could change the wallpaper picture. Anyway, so that was a big stressful thing, and it shouldn't have been, and whatever. But now I'm getting ready to leave. I gotta get gas, and I'm gonna get a coffee and food, I guess, because I haven't eaten breakfast. And then I'm stressed about the bags being overweight. I'm stressed about this bag. It's so heavy. And I'm stressed. I feel like there's a chance I'm going to get dinged for a lot of money. And I'm just like, you know what? If they hit me for a bunch of money, I'm just going to put it on the credit card. I'm not going to, because I'm so already. And people are like, are you excited about the trip? You're going to have fun. Like, no. I mean, on the trip, once I get there, maybe, but everything leading up to the trip is horrible. And having a family and a kid just makes it worse. So it was always, when I was single, I'd stay up till 2 a.m, pack and get ready. And there's a certain amount of stress, but it's a whole different thing when you're responsible for other people and coordinating and the cats and blah, blah, blah. So just getting out and getting going is much more difficult than it used to be. And I shouldn't even be talking right now, but I feel like it's good for me to de-stress. Here's my therapy before I go. I am looking forward to the trip. I'm very excited about being there, but I'm very stressed out about things going wrong along the way, being late, missing a flight, bags being overweight, the kid not having something she needs at school, the cat's not getting their medicine, whatever the thing is. But I'm going to end the video here on a hopeful note that I'm going to get there, I'm going to check in, drop off my bags, and by the time you're watching this, I'll be drawing on my iPad, sitting, listening to some music on the plane, phase 1 complete. So that's it for day -1 of Kaiju Brooklyn.